Good morning, Mr. Stearns. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
We would just like to have you just brush us up on your party platform,
Okay.
please.
About all of it?
Just go right into it.
Okay, well, for education, that's one of our key issues that we really want to address. We feel that recently and throughout the history, the prices of higher education colleges have been going through the roof. And so we really want to help students be able to afford a college so they have that opportunity if they desire. Now, this doesn't mean that every person should go to college. They need to know what they want for their career, and for us that might mean a four-year university, maybe a community college, a vocational school, a technical school. There are many different options that can help students reach their goals. And to help address the skyrocketing cost of colleges, for us that can mean offering tax breaks to public and private universities so that they can keep their costs a bit lower, and also encouraging private investors to give loans. Economically, we really want to make sure that small businesses which are the key to the American economy and the American dream. We want to make sure that they can start, and that means also giving them tax breaks, as more businesses and more businesses will result in more jobs for the American people. And we also want to reduce the governmental spending and lower taxes so that the government deficit, which is, I believe, at about $17 trillion at the moment, we can really lower that and not be so dependent on our loans with foreign countries. With foreign affairs, we do feel that we need a strong army just to ensure the safety of the American people, which is at the foremost concern of the government, or which should be. With helping or getting involved in foreign matters, we believe that at first offering aid with money or supplies is the first step before really getting involved in sending our troops over to address whatever the conflict may be. Social issues, as I was saying last week, we really don't feel that the government at the national level should get involved. We feel that state governments know their people best and know what they want. So the government giving regulations on these sort of things, that's just not going to work, because the people all across the country in different regions have very different opinions on different issues.
Before you go into your next topic, I just want to clarify a certain point. Are you sticking with your position on abortion and gay marriage from last week?
My position being that, my personal opinions aside, it is each state's right, or each state has the power to regulate it how they feel their citizens best will be represented.
So
Okay.
we're just a little confused because traditionally your party feels that religion states that abortion is bad and gay marriage is off the table.
Your party has historically taken a very strong stance on those topics.
And we're just a little confused that you seem to have a different position.
You're right, they absolutely have had a more conservative opinion about these issues, but we feel that that hasn't been a very strong point in the Republican GOP platform. And so we feel that although the issues are very divided, as I said, each state knows best what its citizens want, and we feel that having this will allow people to better express or better have what they want. So yeah, the government, or my party, has traditionally been more conservative, but we feel that that's just not working anymore with how strong people's opinions are on these topics.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Then again, going back to the platform, Another big thing is the environment and energy. And with energy, as we know, we don't want to be as dependent on foreign oil and have these dependencies that can get us into trouble and lead us into conflicts. So we really want to kind of sponsor the finding and the discovery and experimentation with alternative energies. And so alternative energies that can be much more efficient. Most of these energies at the moment are not maximized at their full potential. So we feel we need to give these time in order to fully develop. And going along with that, the emission controls, where cars need to be green, as they call it, enough, so, and where the government tests car emissions, we don't feel that these practices are right, because if a citizen's car does not qualify or does not fit the standards, then they have to go either fix their car or buy a new car altogether, and forcing citizens to do this when maybe they can't afford it or maybe they're just not in that position, that's not right.
Okay. Have we touched on healthcare? We haven't. Well, let's touch on it then.
Okay. Healthcare, we do feel that certain groups, like retired people and those that are actively seeking jobs but may be unemployed, we do feel that they might need help. And so, but we don't feel that the government should be the one to control all of the healthcare. We feel that the best way is to go maybe a bit joint, but a more privatized sector or more privatized way where the citizens can choose to participate in the program, not where the government requires everyone to be a part.
Okay. Well,
But really quick, I just wanted to ask you one more question. A hot topic now is minimum wage. What are your opinions on that?
very briefly, we're running out of time.
Very brief, okay.
Yes.
Minimum wage, it is a nice thing because, in a way, but raising it only increases inflation. It increases the amount of money in the economy, and while that leads to more spending, it also leads to more or higher prices, and that just, it's a cycle that will continue.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Mr. Stearns. It was a pleasure,
Great seeing you again.
Always.
of course.